Hey guys! Today we are talking about our wish list and skip list for holiday items.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I feel like there is, but there isn't, because I feel like there's always a lot of stuff being released anyway.
True.
So it just seems like another day, kind of.
But man,
there's constantly new stuff, and it's just
there's a bunch of new stuff that I want too. I'm not gonna lie.
There's always new stuff that I want. But sometimes I do find it hard to do these videos, and I've mentioned that before. Sometimes it's like I can't find enough stuff that I don't want, and then sometimes I can't find enough stuff that I actually do want, which is crazy to me, because with all sorts of new releases, and of course we don't even see the half of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, I mean,
I'm sure. Yeah. So before we get started, we do want to remind you we do have a current holiday giveaway going on. So we'll have that linked in the description below, and we'll just get into it.
All right, so my first thing, I'm going to talk about something that I do want, and of course I want it. I want everything that she releases. It is the Laura Lee Los Angeles. I want the Sleigh Bell eyeshadow palette. One of the highlighters, because I feel like only one of the shades would work for me. I'm not sure which shade, but there are three. Two look a little too dark for me. Yeah. So I think it's a pink one that I think would actually work for me. And I would be curious to see how well her highlighters actually are. And then she has a lip trio, which I would be perfectly fine with getting. So, yeah, and I haven't even tried any of her lipsticks. I would really like to. I think, yeah, all I've tried is just her eyeshadows, and I know that they are
oh my gosh,
phenomenal.
So good.
Nudie Patootie is my favorite eyeshadow palette, and Sleigh Bell, I think that's the name of it. Let me check.
I think so.
Yes, the Sleigh Bell palette. So I guess it's just Sleigh Bell. It's Sleigh Bell palette, Sleigh Bell lipstick. I don't know what the shade names are. I want the eyeshadow palette, I want one of the highlighters, and then the trio of lipsticks. I'll take all of it.
Yeah, well, your Christmas shopping is done. Alright, so on my wish list, and I'm a little bit confused. Bad Habit is a brand that you see a lot on Hush, but a lot of the newer ones are not on Hush. So are they pulling away from Hush?
Or maybe they're just not available on Hush quite yet.
I don't know. Anyway, it is the Bad Habit Cult Mania eyeshadow palette. This is actually the 5th and final in the series of the Cult series by Bad Habit. It has 10 shades, 5 are matte, 5 are shimmer, and it's $24. I mean,
it's not bad.
It's not a bad price for,
you know, it is a brand that was on Hush, and most of the stuff that's on Hush is pretty inexpensive.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous colors.
So the first thing on my skip list is the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Obsession palette. It is a very green palette, and I do not prefer the color green. If you are into the color green, then this palette might be perfect for you. I did see, actually, and I don't think I would be able to find it, I did see a makeup look with one of the shades. I can't read the shade names on this picture, but it is the it's the second furthest one to the right. And it was really, it was a really pretty look. I personally wouldn't wear it, but to look at it, it was gorgeous. So you can create some really pretty looks with it. I would not use that. It is so green.
Yeah, green's not my color at all.
Either.
I cannot pull off anything green. Okay, so the first thing on my skip list is the BH Cosmetics, the new Zodiac palette. It should be out by now. It's supposed to have released on November 22nd. So it has 12 baked shimmers, 12 mattes, and then a highlighter in the center. It is a baked highlighter. It is $24. So it's really not a bad price, but it's so big. I mean,
which sometimes is a problem, but when you think about
For
putting it in your
me,
collection and stuff.
Yeah, when you think about putting it in the collection, I mean, there's a lot of wasted space on there. It's a beautiful palette, but I don't have a lot of makeup storage.
Yeah.
And so I like the ones that are smaller and, you know, there's a lot of colors in a small, you know, small palette, something that can actually, you know, sit in my organizer.
Yeah.
Something that, so, I mean, otherwise I would think that it was really great. If it were, you know, if it were actually like a rectangle palette or something,
Yeah.
I would probably consider getting it.
A lot of companies,
I just don't have room.
they try to be like unique with their packaging, and sometimes that's kind of like a downfall. Is like, I don't have the space for a palette like that. And I mean, maybe you could take out the pans and put them in a magnet.
Maybe.
Like a magnetic palette.
I
mean,
don't
if
know.
you're really into the colors and you just don't want to waste space, then maybe.
I mean, the
do
colors
that.
were not bad, and they are colors that, for the most part, I would wear. It's just I don't really have room to store that palette. So
yeah. So the second thing on my wish list is the iconic London Chrome Flash eye pots. Look at those. Those are stunning. There's 5 shades. They are $26. They are like this
blinding.
picture, oh my gosh, like I want every single shade. I almost feel like you could use that as a highlight.
Yes.
That is so
But light-handed,
stunning.
probably.
Probably.
Oh my.
Like, yeah, I don't think it would take much, but they are so pretty. And I saw that and I was like, I want every single shade because they're gorgeous.
Cool. That is so
pretty.
cool. Okay, so I won't say I have an obsession, but I really, 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 really like Tarte. And right now they have a limited edition Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. I love the name. It's an eye and cheek palette. It's actually, they call it the eye and cheek palette, but it's actually eyeshadows and a highlighter. There are 10 eyeshadows and then a highlighter in the center. There's 6 matte and 4 shimmer. It's $39. I mean, $39 that's a pretty good deal for Tarte, and the colors are stunning.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. And I mean, every single thing that I have ever tried with Tarte, I love. Absolutely love.
Yeah, Tarte does have some really, really good stuff. So the final thing on my skip list is actually something ColourPop, which is kind of shocking to me. I love like everything that ColourPop does. And it's not because the product is necessarily bad. It's a Super Shock Shadow Vault. So there's 25 of them and it's $99. And it's actually interesting because if you look, they have some that are like dual pan.
Yeah.
Which we'll have a picture up on screen, which a lot of them are really pretty, but then there's some that I would never use. There's actually some that are kind of like marbled looking. But there's like a hot pink in the center that I would never use. There's some blues in there that I probably wouldn't reach for very often. So to drop like $99 on all of these, I think I'd rather spend $99 on like different ones that I know I would use. Right. Or different, like maybe, you know, pick up some eyeshadow palettes because they do have eyeshadow palettes. They have lipsticks, and I mean they have all sorts of stuff that I'd rather spend $99 on than that palette. This vault.
I'm also kind of talking about a vault in my next skip list,
which I was actually like, oh, I wish I would have remembered because it would have gone in my wish list.
Okay, this is actually from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the eyeshadow palette collection. It is a ABH exclusive. You can only purchase it there. It is temporarily out of stock. So I would, if you want it, I would definitely be watching their website.
Yeah, most
like
definitely.
Every day.
Yeah.
It is $90. It has 4 of their, pretty much their palettes.
Yeah, there are a few that it doesn't have because they do have some newer ones like the Norvina. That's not part of it. The newest one, which was the one that you had, the Sultry palette. That one's not in there, of course, because it's the newest one. So they have like the four oldest, maybe.
Right. It has Modern Renaissance. It has the Prism. It has the Subculture, and it has the Soft Glam. Those normally retail for $42 each. So $90 for 4 palettes. I mean, it really
the
is
retail-
a good value.
The retail value is $168.
It is.
It's a really good value.
Yeah. But that's on my skip list because I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, those do not intrigue me. None of them really intrigue me.
I want the Prism. I was so tempted to buy it last year. I want the Soft Glam because like it is just like the perfect neutral palette, but that's me. I love neutrals. And then the Modern Renaissance, like that is a stunning palette. I mean, yes, it's been out for a while, but I think that's probably like people's most used and favorite palette.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the subculture caused a lot of controversy.
Right.
So that's one that might not.
And I don't know, maybe that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why, since it's in there, I don't really
You'd rather see the Sultry
want
palette.
it. If the Sultry palette was
You'd
in
be
there, I probably
done. It's
you know,
fine.
skip list would not be. It would be on the wish list.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because the subculture is in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's just like I don't really want it.
Well,
So anyway,
it's on her skip list, my wish list. It's just a preference thing, honestly.
It is.
So,
I mean, and that's with everything. So,
but
yeah.
anyways, I think that this is it for this video. Before we go, I do want to remind you that we do have a current giveaway going on. The video's over. You can now open that description box, click the link, head over to that video and enter. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the post notification bell so you're notified each and every time we upload.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Glam and Glamour on all of them. And until our next video, bye!
Bye.